Well, Miss Jackson, I'm very pleased to have you here today and allowing us to come in your house to interview you for this glorious celebration. So I'm just going to ask you a few things about the church. What do you remember once I see that you have the book, our first anniversary? What do you remember? What was the most exciting feeling when you celebrated your first anniversary?
When we celebrated the first anniversary, we had bought the church on Dodge Avenue. And it was a dedication program also. It was nice. But when we started, we would meet on Dodson in someone else's church. That's where we organized. But the very first meeting we had was at Reverend Bates' home. And then we went to the church, and we left the church and went to Archer Knob Junior High School before we bought the church on Dodson. We met at Reverend Bates' home because that was just the beginning when he would tell us what he wanted to do. When we really organized the church, we were at the church not on Dodson, on Dodge Avenue, where the pastor would let us meet there.
I noticed that y'all had a bus, a church bus.
We bought the church bus.
How big was the congregation? Because it looked like it was a nice size.
We had a lot of members even at that time. After the church was organized, and we chose Reverend Bates as the minister and all that, we did that.
What was one of your most exciting memories about Greater Second, or I guess even within the anniversary years?
It was just such a good church. The members were very nice. When we would go on Sunday morning, no one would rush out to go home. We all talked to each other, and we had a nice membership. And when we moved to town where we are now, Mrs. Felder, I remember, was over the Missionary Society. And the greatest thing to me that we had a program called The States. And I think I was in charge of it, I'm not sure. But we had one person from the church to represent a state. And we raised a lot of money.
I actually remember that, the state tea.
That was nice.
I remember that was something that I really liked going to, because we would all have to stand up for the most people to come to represent for the state. So yeah, but the home churches wasn't counted. But I do remember that. That was a fun organization. That was fun. So did you ever think that you would see the 50th anniversary of Greater Second?
No. I didn't. I did not. From 1965, when it was organized, I didn't think about that. But I'm glad. I'm glad.
I think we have a good, solid foundation, the church as a whole.
But that was not the end of the story.
We have a good pastor now. A good man founded that church, and we have a good pastor now.
But it's good that the legacy still is, around the church.
Right.
So I guess from the beginning we still have a good legacy. Okay. Is there anything as in looking forward that you would like to see with the church?
Yes, I want to see that building built. Because I told the pastor I want it named after me.
Okay.
And I want to be here when that building is up. We just need the people to pay the money that the pastor asked for. And we can buy that, have that building put up. The people worked hard when we got the church over there. It wasn't easy, but we did it. so that building can go up if everybody would work. You know, everybody in the church, Reverend says all the time, it's good to tithe. And we have a lot of people, I think, who could tithe, but they don't do it. And if everybody would tithe, we wouldn't have to, it wouldn't take that long to get the building built. Everybody needs to be interested in it and want it there.